Hi, Raimi.
Hi, Taylor.
Welcome to
Much Ado About Some Shit.
Where every week for like the last 2 years, Raimi has walked me through some amount of a garbage show. This will be the last one. What are we doing, Raimi?
It's spooky season.
It is!
Yeah.
We ended on a spooky
Yeah.
time! It's almost Halloween!
Yeah.
And this is the 13th episode!
Yeah.
Spooky bitch!
So I decided we were going to do the only reality show that's spooky that I could find
Okay.
that looked worth it. And it wasn't. It's called...
Foreshadowing.
We'll get to it. It is called Scared Famous.
Okay.
So, this was a 1 season, 8 episode TV show on VH1 in 2017.
Okay.
And it aired from October to December of that year.
Uh-huh.
So, I'm going to introduce you to our players, and then we're going to talk about the show.
Quick note for anyone who managed to get this far without knowing this.
Uh-huh.
Any images that we reference can be found on our Instagram at MuchDoSomeShit or on the YouTube version of our podcast, same handle. Not crucial to the plot, it's just so I have half a chance knowing who the heck these people are. Let's introduce them, Raimi.
Yeah. This is Safari.
Safari, okay. That was not how I was reading that.
Fair. He is a rapper
Okay.
of Jamaican heritage.
Okay.
Known for being on the show Love and Hip Hop.
All right.
And he dated Nicki Minaj.
Okay.
Yeah. Sky, she was on Black Ink Crew.
Okay.
That's a show about black tattoo artists.
Nice.
Dawn was on the 20th cycle of America's Next Top Model.
They're still doing that? Or they were?
They were still
in
doing
2017?
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
Yeah.
All right.
He did not win, but he continued with modeling.
Hey, not every winner is the one that gets famous.
Legitimately. Dorita, holding the teacup, was on Mob Wives.
Okay.
I
I have many questions about that show that we don't have time to get into.
Okay. Do you...
What the fuck?
Yes. It's literally just like Real Housewives, but instead they're married to mobsters.
Mobsters who are in prison?
Some of them, yeah.
I feel like that's an admission of guilt otherwise. Was the show put on by the police?
No.
Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure. I mean, it was on VH1, but I mean, honestly, seems like a good way to catch some criminals. Be like, hey, does your wife want to be on a reality TV show?
Uh-huh.
Yep.
I feel like the FBI is behind this. Anyway.
The one good thing they're doing.
Or something.
Or something. Okay, Erica was on Love and Hip Hop, but was fired later after Scared Famous for using a racial slur.
Erica.
Yeah. Now, she did issue an apology, but
Girl.
yeah, get your shit together.
I hope you doing better now and not being a jerk.
You would hope.
It's been many years since 2017.
Yes.
7, in fact.
Whoa. Wild.
Yeah, huh? So I have to assume there's been some character growth in the
Yes.
time since.
Yes. You would hope.
I have to assume. For me.
Eva is known for winning America's Next Top Model.
Nice.
Season 3.
Eva has dope-ass hair.
Yes. Yeah. She's
Loving
got
it.
these like micro braids going on for this
Ugh.
show. It's beautiful.
Love it.
She would also go on to be a housewife on Real Housewives of Atlanta. Young Jock is a rapper. I don't know if you ever heard the song "It's Going Down," Meet Me in the Club.
Probably as a sound on TikTok.
Oh, I remember when that song came out. It was great. However, Young Jock sucks because he's homophobic.
Oh, bro, come on.
He was offered like $25,000 to do a gig at a Pride, and he turned it down. He was like, I don't want those types of people singing my lyrics back at me.
Okay, well, we can't be friends.
No.
All right.
He was also on Love and Hip Hop.
Okay.
Well, and still is on Love and Hip Hop, actually. Nikki is basically just a professional hot girl.
Okay.
And she was on Love and Hip Hop as well.
Good work if you can get it.
Right? Well, she's credited as like a video vixen.
Okay.
So she's been in music videos as like the main kind of love interest. And then her parents own several strip clubs in like Las Vegas and I want to say California, but I'm not positive on
Now that had to have been a fascinating upbringing.
Right?
I want a show
Seriously.
about that.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Person next to her is Tiffany New York Pollard.
Okay.
Name doesn't ring a bell for you.
Concrete
does it?
jungle, lipstick, tomato.
No. Why was that the...
New York.
Oh.
Yeah.
New York is reality TV royalty.
Okay.
She was on Flavor of Love,
Okay.
and she was the runner-up. She gave us just beautiful reality TV,
Okay.
and continues to do so. She's also been on Big Brother. She was on the season of Big Brother where David Bowie's ex-wife was on,
Okay.
and
I'm never going to know about this. You've tried for 2 years.
I know. No, it's a really funny moment though. Because there's another man in the house named David, and they take David Bowie's ex-wife aside and is like, hey, David Bowie is dead. And she is beside herself and in tears. And she goes to New York and is like, David's dead. And she's devastated. And New York is like, David's dead. There's a dead body in that room. Because she thinks she's talking about this guy named David on the show and not David fucking Bowie. It's so wild.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Wait, did David Bowie actually die
Yes.
then?
Yeah.
I knew he was dead.
Oh, okay.
I was just like, was that really during the show?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. I was just worried I was going to have to tell you right now that David
David
Bowie
Bowie
is
is
actually
dead?
dead. Yeah.
No, I did know
Okay.
that.
So that's Tiffany.
Uh-huh.
And next to her is Alaska.
Okay. Baked Alaska.
Alaska is a drag queen. Alaska is fresh off of her All-Stars win. Just before this, Alaska had gone and filmed RuPaul's Drag Race All-Stars Season 2, and she won, which was a fun big deal because in her original season, she was a runner-up, but did not win. But everybody was really invested in it because the season before, her partner had won. So
Okay, so then she gets her time to shine.
and then
Alright.
doesn't win. So then she comes back for All Stars and was fucking amazing. So that is our cast of characters.
Okay.
And okay, so the premise of the show is that they're all living in a house in Savannah, Georgia.
Uh-huh.
It's haunted by two twins.
Okay.
We'll get to the scaring element. So the premise of the show is they can win up to $100,000.
Okay.
Whoever is the last one alive
Right.
is the winner.
Okay.
How the episodes generally work is there is some kind of main challenge to do.
Uh-huh.
And these can either be group challenges or like everybody competes against each other, basically. Like the very first challenge is they have to dig in a grave for specific satchels.
Okay.
And each satchel is like $1,000 or $5,000. So when they get that, it's kind of like the mole in that when they find that satchel, that goes into the winnable bank.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. And they can be killed,
Yes.
quote unquote,
Yes.
during the course of the game.
Yes. Sometimes there's a winner and sometimes there's a loser of the challenge.
Uh-huh.
And then at the end of the day, after the challenge, everybody has to vote on the dead weight.
Oh.
Yeah.
They have to vote to kill a colleague.
Pretty much. But it's not even that. It's not even like a survivor like vote.
Uh-huh.
So what they do, the ceremony is it's a snuff ceremony.
Jesus.
Which sounds like a lot. Let me
Yeah.
explain. So they go out onto the balcony and there is pictures surrounded by candles of each contestant.
Uh-huh.
And each person one by one goes out and snuffs a candle for whoever they want out.
Okay.
So then whoever's candle is snuffed the most is the first person up for elimination.
Okay.
They have to pick another person to go up against in the elimination.
Okay.
And there's these challenges. So again, the first one, I believe it's Nikki, and Nikki chooses Young Jock
Okay.
to be her opponent.
Uh-huh.
They're like in this field and they have to find skulls. And whoever finds 5 skulls first wins and gets to stay. One of them is like a saw type challenge between Drita and Tiffany.
Okay.
They are literally locked up, like in shackles by their feet. And within reach of where they are keys hidden
Uh-huh.
in places like a really dirty sink and a really dirty toilet.
Uh-huh.
And they have to, fish through them. And then either a crocodile or an alligator is set free
Mm-hmm.
into the room.
Quote unquote.
There's a handler. You can see
Yeah.
his shoe. In like 90% of these shots.
Yeah, the liability.
Yes. But Tiffany's freaked out about it. She hates it.
It's still a fucking alligator.
Yes.
Like, it's not gonna get her, but damn.
So then there's like, they have to have a certain amount of keys. It's like 3 or 4.
Mm-hmm.
And whoever gets the keys first wins and can come home. Now, one of the ways that they do this is they get taken away from the property for these challenges.
Uh-huh.
And the rest of the contestants watch what's happening on TV. And then, like, right before the deciding factor of who goes home and who stays
Uh-huh.
gets cut off.
Oh.
So they don't know who's coming back.
Uh-huh.
It's kind of fun.
All right.
So I was watching this show. I didn't know who it was for. Yes, there is a dynamics in it. Alaska being the only gay person on the show.
With a known homophobe.
Mm-hmm. I don't know if we knew that at the time, but
Not cool.
still.
Not gonna forgive you, young homophobe.
Yeah. I love that.
I'm gonna be renaming all these people as we go.
That's totally fair. So, like, there's, dynamics. Tiffany and Drita don't really get along because Drita cooks for everybody. And Tiffany is like, that's a strategy. You're trying to make everybody in the house your friend. Now, one very important aspect of this, the money is not for themselves.
Oh.
It's for a charity.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's nice.
They're all competing for specific charities. Safari is raising money for a nonprofit that helps with medical expenses of children in Jamaica with HIV/AIDS.
Oh.
Dawn's is about combating domestic violence. Drita's is for breast cancer research. And even when they're eliminated, $5,000 gets given to their charity.
That's nice.
Yeah. So even if they're eliminated,
there's still something.
there's still something there.
Nice.
Yeah. And that was kind of why I was like, there's an alliance, as there always is. It at first starts with like who sleeps on what side of the house.
Okay.
But then it quickly devolves into the model alliance, which is Eva, Dawn, Alaska, and Sky against everybody else. So they're trying to pick off everybody, and they're all like, oh, I don't want to go home. I want to win this money. And there's times when it's really fun because they kind of realize that this isn't for them. It's for somebody else. So they want to look good and they want to win and try hard.
Right.
But then there's times where they like are talking about themselves, and I just couldn't figure out for a while like who this show was for, especially with the shitty special effects.
Oh,
They
no.
are garbage.
Ah.
There is a point too, they rope some of the contestants in too. So Alaska gets possessed at one point and finds this like little bundle of sticks with some blonde hair in it by her door. And she confronts Tiffany and is like, did you do this? This is black magic. Don't fuck with me. And Tiffany is like, why did you touch it? And it's clearly a skit.
Oh.
And it's shown times when Tiffany is trying not to lose her shit at how funny it is.
Oh my god. Okay, so this reminds me of some show that was on, I think, in the early 2010s.
Okay.
That it was some kind of like murder mystery competition show. And the thing that was its undoing for me, because I like competition reality shows, it couldn't decide how serious to take itself.
Yeah.
So sometimes the people competing were like, oh, they're dead, you know, and other times it's, you know, obviously they're not really dead, you know. They couldn't decide, like none of the competitors could decide, and I don't think the producers could decide how serious to take the fake murders.
Right, yeah.
And that really, it was a fucking roller coaster, and we stopped we no longer cared at a certain point who won, because it was like, I'm uncomfy.
Fair, yeah.
Like, not in a this is funny way, like this is just
yeah.
pick a tone.
There's definitely moments of that. So in the early episodes, they really commit to the whole like supernatural part of it. But later in the season, it's mostly about like scaring the shit out of them.
Okay.
And also, but they do commit to like these people are dead.
Okay.
Because the next day when somebody goes home, they go and check out the graveyard, and it's got their headstones with their name on it.
That's fun.
At one point, there is 5 contestants left, and we're on like, there's 8 episodes in this motherfucking season. And it is episode like 6 or 7. And we're at the graveyard, and one of the coffins kicks open.
Jesus.
And Erica pops out. Something that I want to mention about this too. So Erica was not liked by most of the house, but Safari has a huge crush on her.
Okay.
And says, I love you, like several times. Safari actually eliminates Erica in the challenge.
Brutal.
Well, because, so he can't find, it's called Insane Drown Posse is the challenge.
Okay.
And they're in a tank and they're going to drown. Unless they can find these plugs to plug up the pipes that are filling the tank. And Safari has like 1 left, and so does Erica. And he's having a really hard time, and he's just like kind of freaking out because it's pretty high at this point. So he's freaking out. He's like, let me out. And he looks over at Erica, and Erica's still going. So he's like, oh shit. So he gets into fight mode and finds it and wins.
Damn.
Yeah. And he's upset.
Oh.
He was pretty upset about it.
Eliminated his crush.
Right. So this is 2017. They would get married in 2019 and have 2 kids. They did divorce in 2022. But, you know, it's pretty adorable.
That's pretty cute that they got married after his big old crush on her.
Yeah.
That is cute.
And he's like,
even if they didn't make it.
yeah, he's like clearly trying to impress her. Like, it's cute.
That's funny.
So, yeah.
All right.
That's what this show is. So I was very much like, who is this for?
Yeah.
And I sat down and I was just like, you know what? This is really campy. Do you know what I mean by that?
Yes.
Okay.
I know what campy is.
Okay.
Thank you.
Sometimes I'm not sure.
Well, that is fair.
It's very campy, and this is definitely, I think I would have enjoyed it more if it was not from 2017, like if it was current celebrities.
Sure.
And if I was watching it with someone who's like really jumpy, or watching it at night with like the lights off.
Whatever happened with The Haunting?
Oh, they literally like abandoned.
Oh, okay.
We never hear about it. We mostly never hear about it after Tiffany is eliminated.
Okay.
Because Tiffany thought it would be fun and does this thing where she's like, I'm psychic. The twins talk to me.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, so she'll come up to people and be like, that's kind of where like her fight with Drita comes from. Is she'll be like, hey Drita, the twins think that you're motherly and they want you to be their mother. So you should take care of them and like make them an extra plate for dinner. And Drita is like, I'm not doing that shit. It's great. So after Tiffany leaves, there's like no more mention of the twins.
Okay.
It's very silly. But there is things. So Alaska is possessed at one point. So Alaska finds this like little bundle of sticks with blonde hair from her wig. Because her natural hair is black.
Okay.
Outside of her door and like confronts Tiffany about it. And Tiffany is like, not saying she didn't, you know, put a hex on Alaska, but not saying she did. So they fight about it. Later that day, Alaska gets really sick and is like throwing up.
Quote unquote.
Yes. Later in the evening, she gets possessed.
Quote unquote.
Where she's like throwing up black ooze.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
They brought in some practical effects.
And truly, I'm trying to remember how this resolves because they don't really resolve it very well. Like, legitimately.
Like, okay, did they just leave it?
Kind of. She, like, passes
forever?
out.
Uh-huh.
And then she wakes up and she's groggy, but she's fine.
Uh-huh.
And then later, Alaska's somewhere. They don't know.
Okay.
The main, like, meeting place tends to be the kitchen.
Okay.
Because there's a big old island with all of these snacks and food, and there's also, like, a big dinner table.
Okay.
So some people are hanging out there, and in prior episodes, these big window doors are there.
Yeah.
Prior episodes, zombies would come and just like look in the window, and they'd try the handle. And like there's at a point they're trying the handle and like almost opening the door, and Eva swipes in and like pushes one out of the fucking way. Yeah.
That's amazing.
It's beautiful.
Just take them down.
Yeah.
Wow.
Zombies, that happens with clowns.
Oh, no.
The twins do just like apparate in the house sometimes.
Yeah, tell me about the awful special effects.
They're so bad. They're green and they're like glowing a little bit.
Okay. Is it like semi-translucent, or is it just...
So sometimes it's translucent.
Okay.
And sometimes it's completely opaque. And that all depends on if it's translucent, there's nothing actually there. If it's opaque, then so what they do is the twins apparate in the kitchen, and then all the greenness apparates off of them, and they're standing in the kitchen. Yeah.
That sounds terrible.
It's bad.
My God,
They
I love it.
they do utilize some other practical effects. There's this one point. Oh my God, I forgot about this. At one point, a clown gets into the house, and everybody is
I
like,
don't like
"Ah!"
that.
And he disappears into a room, and everybody's like, okay, he's not in here. This is cool. And then he busts out of a fucking wardrobe.
No!
And the door on the wardrobe breaks.
Ah!
And you can see the clown kind of like go for the door a little bit.
I'm like, oh no, wait, no, I'm in character.
And Don actually hurts his arm from it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Poor Don.
Yeah. It's so good. Another part with Alaska that they do. She's missing.
Oh no.
And they see a clown outside on the balcony with a balloon and stuff. And they're like, oh my God, is that? And it's Alaska in full clown getup.
Oh my God.
And
She
they're
knows
like,
how to do makeup.
absolutely. So somebody is like, yo, you got to go get Alaska. So I think it's Dawn who goes out there and is like, well, Alaska. And as soon as Dawn says Alaska, she like drops and then wakes up and is like, I didn't know where I
That's amazing.
There's another practical effect. Safari and Dawn,
Mm-hmm.
no, Safari and Erica
Uh-huh.
are just sitting, and there's a empty pitcher on a ledge kind of behind them, and the pitcher just starts moving. It's so good.
I love that.
And they freak out so bad.
Oh my goodness.
It's beautiful.
I love that.
Yeah.
I wish they would do like just leaving creepy things kind of around, but not very noticeable. Like a Bly Manor bullshit, you know, like oh, there's a hidden ghost, there's a hidden ghost, there's a hidden ghost, you know, just
They do
just for extra spooky.
occasionally. Safari and Dawn are talking, and there's two cups,
Uh-huh.
and one of the cups is turned upside down,
Okay.
and they're talking blah blah blah, and Dawn goes and picks the cup up, and there's a roach. There's a little fake roach.
Oh, my
Actually, no, I
goodness.
think that roach was real.
Oh,
So
what sounds like somebody caught a roach and didn't get the paper for under the cup.
well, they do use roaches in some of the challenges.
Uh-huh.
They do this like dead or alive challenge
Okay.
where they're like on hospital beds
Uh-huh.
and their stomachs are exposed. This is one of the like elimination challenges.
Okay.
And they've got like a little screen so they can't see what's being put on them, and they have to say whether it's dead or alive.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't like that. Oh, that's awful.
Yeah.
Okay. Terrible.
So Nikki is the first one out.
Okay.
They also do this fun thing where after someone is eliminated, they come up as a ghost on the TV. And some like Nikki is like, "You're not going to be seeing the last of me because I'm going to haunt you bitches." Then I believe it's Young Jock.
Okay.
Drita is out next. Erica has a very strange placement because she does come back.
Oh.
Because she's in her grave. They're
Oh,
checking
yeah.
out somebody's grave.
Uh-huh.
And then Erica kicks out of her grave. It's
That's
fantastic.
amazing.
Then it's Tiffany. Tiffany is eliminated by Eva. They do a voodoo doll challenge.
Ooh.
There's 10 stakes. And they each have a voodoo doll. So Tiffany has to get 10 stakes to shove into Eva's voodoo doll.
Okay.
Once every stake that she puts in the doll, Eva gets a shock on her wrist.
Oh.
They're wearing like shock collars on their wrists.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And once they have 10 in the
Uh-huh.
doll, they take the heart out of the doll and then they have to run down a set of stairs and give it to the host.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
All right.
It's great. So Tiffany is eliminated.
Uh-huh.
So the Model Alliance, what they end up doing is they flip it. Everybody has been voting, you know, the person that they like the least out.
Right.
But the Model Alliance flips it and starts voting for their own people
Dun dun dun.
so that those people can choose someone else to go against them.
To take out.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Another instance of like, okay, sure, Jan. You definitely have some say in going home.
Uh-huh.
So Alaska chooses Safari, which is kind of left field.
Baked Alaska and Saffrey.
Oh, because it was supposed to be Erica. I
Okay. Because she's back.
think. Yeah.
Did they give a reason for Erica coming back?
No.
Okay.
It's really annoying.
All right.
If I'm being honest. Because they give no reason why she's back out of everybody else. And like we have maybe 2 hours left
Oh my God.
of TV show.
Wow.
Unfortunately, Alaska loses.
Aww.
So Safari comes home.
Okay.
So it's Sky, Safari, Eva, Dawn, and Erica. So we still have 5 people, and it's
5
the last episode.
Out of 10 in the last episode? What the hell, man?
It's clear that a lot of planning went into this as far as like doing the challenges and like logistics and coordination.
Sure.
But not a lot of like how the format would go was put
Okay.
into it.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because there's like 4 challenges in the last episode.
Oh. Wild.
Yeah. And some of them are weird. Like one of them is like it's a rapid fire like quiz
Okay.
about the other housemates. So
This is the mole all of a sudden?
right? Safari is asked who's a pescatarian
Okay.
in the house.
Uh-huh.
He says Alaska. That is wrong. It's young Jock of all fucking people.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Erica wins that challenge
Mm-hmm.
and has to pick someone like in 30 seconds to go home.
Oh, what? Just
Yeah.
to go home?
Yeah.
No, okay.
No.
Wow, they really just kind of farted around for the rest of the season and then we're like, oh, fuck.
Oh fuck. Someone has to win.
Oh, God. Okay.
So she chooses Eva.
Uh-huh.
So it's Erica, Dawn, Safari, and Sky,
Sorry, Eva, you didn't get to fight for your life.
right?
Wow.
Yeah.
Sick the twins on her and that was it.
Right. I believe Erica is out next.
Uh-huh.
There's some really good challenges. One of them is the electricity goes out
Okay.
in the house, and they have to choose one person to wear night vision goggles
Mm.
and lead the whole rest of the house through the basement. And there's like these big men dressed in like teddy bear costumes.
Oh my God, no.
Yeah.
Why is that terrifying?
Yeah, and they have to lead them to the breaker box to like turn the lights back on. And they choose Alaska as the person with the goggles. And this bitch, I love her so much. She's wearing titties and she's got some butt pads on.
Yeah.
Leading her team through the house.
Get it.
And there's also like wet teddy bears hanging from the ceiling.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh no.
And she does a really good job of like, okay, you're going to take 2 steps and there's a step down. We all have to stay together. Don't worry about what you're going to feel. They're wet teddy bears. It's okay.
That's amazing.
Like, yeah.
All right.
It's fantastic. There's another challenge that is really difficult for everybody. It's that they get locked into coffins, and one person is the team leader,
Uh-huh.
and they have to find a toe tag with 3 numbers on them. Once they find that tag, they can go over to each contestant and tell them, okay, there's a lock on the bottom of the coffin, so they have to move the controls with their feet
Uh-huh.
so that it says the right combination of numbers.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's funny.
It's the only challenge they don't win.
Oh, that sounds hard.
It's hard, and so
Stressful.
Eva's the team leader, but Tiffany cannot get in the coffin. She is terrified.
Oh.
So Eva is like, wait. I'll go in the coffin. Tiffany will be the leader and find the number.
Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah. Now they don't win
Well, yeah.
because Tiffany is bad at giving directions,
Okay.
but she was very nice
Yeah.
in doing so.
That's very sweet.
It's kind of a little fucked up that she didn't do it for Dawn, though, because apparently the reason Dawn was eliminated from America's Next Top Model is because he refused to go into a small confined space. He's that claustrophobic.
Oh.
Yeah. And I mean, everybody had already decided once they heard the full challenge, they were like, okay, whoever the team leader is, get Dawn out first.
Uh-huh.
So
Maybe she did
Well,
it for Tiffany because they had a plan for Dawn that he had agreed to. And
right.
Tiffany got there and it was like, this is worse than I thought. Oh no.
She was literally like almost stepping up into the coffin and she was like, I can't do this. And they were like, would it be helpful if you went in last? And she said yes. And she still couldn't get in the coffin.
That's a huge hang up. Like, I
Totally.
get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's like, some of these things are definitely like, you know, physical
Yeah.
torture and shit, but that's absolutely mental torture.
Absolutely. Like, oh, claustrophobia is no joke, man.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wild.
So the last 3 are Sky, Safari, and Dawn. And the winner
Ah!
of all of the money
Oh my goodness.
is Dawn.
Don Jovi.
Yay. Don Jovi. His
Okay.
nonprofit is called Peace Over Violence. It's for victims and children of domestic abuse, which is really neat. Also a
Yeah.
cause I'm pretty into.
Yeah,
so.
that's amazing.
Yeah.
I feel like that's a cause everybody can get behind.
Yeah.
So
And I mean, all of the charities got
yeah,
at least $5,000.
which is huge.
I believe Don got like $100,000 for his charity. So
Okay.
yeah.
All right. So it didn't get a second season.
No, which is hilarious because the whole time they're like, who will be the first winner of Scared Fame?
The first and
Only
only winner
winner.
of Scared Famous.
And you know, I think this would definitely be fun, but they need to like condense it. I feel like.
they have some things to figure out,
Yes.
evidently.
Yes, yeah.
It feels like they were farting around with how spooky do we want to be?
Ooh, right.
And then, oh fuck, half the cast is still here for the final.
Right, yeah.
And there's only one winner.
Uh-huh. Yeah, no.
Whoopsie daisies.
It's wild.
Mm.
Maybe, you know, take it down to 5 people and take out the like elimination element.
Yeah. Though it sounds like the elimination challenges were what they put the most thought into.
Just about.
Well, that was Scared Famous.
Yep.
This is our final episode,
Yeah.
guys. Thank you so much for coming on this ride with us for the last couple years. This has been a delightful experience.
Mhm.
And we will miss you all.
Mm-hmm.
If we ever decide to come back, we'll let you know, but that's no plans.
No plans.
No
No.
plans. We're busy.
We're busy. It's gross.
But we really want to thank everybody for all the support you've shown us for the last couple years. It's been a really great time.
Mm-hmm. We had
And
fun.
yeah, particularly special thanks to our patrons,
Emma,
Florence, and Meg.
Meg.
You guys let us, you know, keep going as long as we did by funding our RSS feed and all that shenanigans.
Yeah.
If you haven't already, check out the Patreon because we have bloopers up for patrons only until we shut it down on November 1st.
Yes.
So, patrons, don't miss it. That's all for you, baby.
Yeah.
And for everyone else, thank you for listening. We appreciate you. We appreciate everybody for listening.
Yeah.
So, we will see you. We'll see
We'll see
y'all
y'all
later.
later.
Bye.